So it's been a while since I've made an update video. I was looking, the last time I made an update video, I think it was in regards to some imaging that I had gotten, and the results basically. Um, yeah, it's just been a while, so I'm making an update video. I don't really have too much um, to report. I'm doing pretty good. Um, Pain, there isn't really any pain. I've noticed some like morning stiffness, but I'm not sure if that has something to do with like the amount of activity I'm doing. I gym daily and I run after I do my weights 5 times a week. So I'll run like 3 to 5 miles on top of that. So I don't know if it's just like training, but like it's pretty much not really that noticeable, especially after a little bit of time has gone by, like 30 minutes. Um, so I'm doing pretty good. Like I feel good. I've been eating good. Everything's been pretty good. I can't really complain. I'm blessed. Still on the Symphony, monthly injections, going incredibly well. Knock on wood. I guess like one thing that's interesting, this happened like maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Some of y'all who have been watching, I guess, my videos for a while know that I work in healthcare. One of my patients that I had was a patient that has ankylosing spondylitis as well. And yeah, you'll run into patients like that. But this was interesting because this guy was 63. He was an older guy, really nice guy. But he clearly had what looked like long-standing untreated ankylosing spondylitis. So 63, this gentleman was fused. He was fused from his like low mid back to all the way through his neck. So I've been helping out with these. Been kind of doing these studies. They're called nerve conduction studies, or EMGs. It's kind of that's kind of like what I'm doing right now. And he had come in for one totally unrelated reason. He came in for like a carpal tunnel evaluation, but he was like, the first thing I noticed was he was completely like hunched over like this, and he's like, "Where do you want me to sit?" He's like looking around like this, very little neck rotation, like neck mobility. I had read up on him a little bit, and he had ankylosing spondylitis. So we kind of got chit chatting, and like we broached the topic. I was like, "Oh, how long have you had it for?" And he was like, "I've had ankylosing spondylitis since my early 20s. It's like 21 to 23 or something. So it's been 40 years for him, basically, of having ankylosing spondylitis. And he's been on treatment with biologics since his 40s. So he basically went untreated for like 20 years, unfortunately. And it makes you think, and he was so open to talking about it, especially because I told him myself, like, about myself having it as well, and he definitely like his like face brightened up, not from a sense that I had it, but a sense of like kind of like a sense of a common understanding. So that was cool. So we talked, and yeah, he hadn't started biologics until his 40s. He was telling me, and I know about the history of biologics as well. The first one was, I believe, introduced in the 90s, like the late 90s. I think Enbrel was the first one in the late 90s, and that's the one he was talking about. But the process to get Enbrel was kind of like a nightmare. He was saying in the early, like the 90s when it first came out. He's like, there was regulations, other lining tape that prevented him from getting it in a timely manner. So he didn't get on it until like the early 2000s. So he went untreated even longer, even though they had the drug for like I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 8 years already. Maybe he was saying it was a wait list. I don't know. But, he didn't get it until that time. So he essentially, went 20-ish years untreated. And it's crazy how much of an effect this disease can have. Again, he's fused. And poor guy also had psoriasis too on top of it. So another seronegative autoimmune disease. Which it was sad. It was sad to see for sure. But it, from my sense and my psyche, I really did enjoy talking to him, and it made me feel pretty blessed for, I guess, being around during this time where, they're developing so many drugs. There's so many different biologics now. So many different TNF alpha inhibitors. They got Cosentyx that had, I think that acts through IL-17, and then something about JAK kinase, something that acts on a different process within that inflammatory pathway. So it's just so many cool things that are being developed. So it's more so not a comment for support of these drugs. I'm not advocating for them or anything. It's just more so just a feeling just grateful for being around during these times where there's more options. You don't just there's more options to potentially treat the disease. And of course, the drugs don't work for everyone, unfortunately, and they do come with significant risks. But yeah, I'm just very, very blessed. That's the only real update I had. It was more so that feeling that feeling of recognition. But aside from that, I'm doing good. Not any pain. That's first and foremost what people ask about, especially because some of my friends, more people kind of know about it now, because I'm more open to talking about it. But that's the first thing they ask. I hope that I never fuse. I hope that getting it on the biologic early enough. I started when I was 20-ish. 3 years of the disease process kind of running in my system without any treatment. I hope that this slows down the disease enough that I never fuse. But we'll see. So far so good, but you never know what'll happen in life. But with that, I don't really have anything else to say. I hope everyone else is doing pretty... It's funny because this used to be just completely... I still consider it a self-video vlog for myself, a journal. But there's kind of more people kind of watching the videos and stuff too. But I hope all of you are doing well and are living as pain-free as possible. And I hope we get through this. Hopefully one day they'll have a cure, that'd be awesome. But until next time,